So the other week I got booked to do a drag show, to open a drag show, which went really not well. But the weekend before I did drag just to, a method, so I wanted to do that. And I got so drunk because I wasn't through my toes anymore that I woke up in a date. So I came out of a blackout 2 hours into a date. And when that happens, which happens a lot, you have a decision to make. You're like, do you wait it out and just go down on him later because the girl's gotta eat? Or is he... So, okay, you know how Laura Dern looks like a banana? Just leave you with that. That's what I was dealing with. So you come to, still have eyelashes on. I don't know how that happened. And the best way to get out of that is you just look into his eyes and you say, "Your eyes are so pretty. I can see our wedding in them." He never came back from the bathroom. And so I got out of that pretty easily. I consider myself aggressively single. I'm usually in the corner of the bar, just like, passive-aggressively liking ex-boyfriend's Facebook statuses. Like, "Oh, you had a bad day?" I'm like, "You were late to work." I'm like, but it is fall, and my favorite color is matching sweaters. So I thought I would give it a try again. I don't like to use Grindr because I prefer to be rejected in person, but I thought I would go for it again. And Grindr's based on a GPS. You're gonna find the love of your life based on who's within like 3 miles of you. And then you don't have a head. Like, I don't need to know you look like, Congressman. And then you have this handle, but it's just this name, just a made-up name, and it's like, "Oh, Hungry Bottom." Good, that's gonna work out real well. Look at me, no, it's not. And then also, on the bottom of your profile, it's like, things you're into. It's like, knitting, long walks on the beach. I don't have a beach here. Light bondage. And I don't understand what light bondage is. I think it means you have to have like a rope in the room. Or you're gonna handcuff me but give me the key as well. It's like, what is your safety word? Get the fuck off me. Get off of me. That's my safety word. So that didn't go really well. So I tried Tinder, which is for uppity gay guys and like slutty white girls. And with that one, you swipe left or right, strictly based on a picture, a name, and age, and you realize how judgmental you are. So like, I think left is negative on this one, so you're like, I don't like it. So I would go through and be like, "Oh, you're under 30. Okay, left. Your name is boring, like Jack or something, left. You have really weird sunglasses on that you obviously got at a bar, like for a promo, left." So my entire feed was just like guys named Sebastian who were like 35 years old. Squinty little eyes because they didn't wear enough sunglasses. So you're on Tinder, and you can't send pictures on Tinder like you can on Grindr. So how do I know if I like you if I can't see your dick next to a remote? But I mean like a universal remote. Not an Apple TV remote, that shit, whatever. I want to know you can like open the windows and shut them with it. I want to know everything is happening with that one remote. So that didn't work out well. So, but still, the 30-year-old white woman in me is terrified. But I'm not married yet. So I decided to go out in real life, and that is just as terrifying because I have this tendency to be really awkward. So I'll get real drunk and just be like, see a hot guy, I'd be like, "Draw me like one of your French girls." And then throw up on the bar. Or my attempt to like hit on them is like, "Oh, you have a cute shirt on." In my head, I say, "You have a cute shirt on," but in real life, I'm like, "Shirt." And I hope again. But I'm really thick. It's okay. I kind of a lot. So that happens a lot. But also I realized that at 30, and my type has changed. At this point, if you have a pulse, a beard, and you're just like holding your guitar, I'll take 2 out of 3. And a weak pulse, I'm in a 2 out of 3. So I also have learned a few other things, you know, like if you buy me a drink, I'm really flexible. Really flexible. At this point, a water will do. Also, at 3 a.m., I don't care what your name is or what you look like. I'll find that lonely hipster on the side of the wall and be like, "You'll do." Did you ride a bike? I'll ride your handlebars. Let's go. How big is your basket? I'll do that. I want an Uber. Okay. So, you know, it's weird here because back home in South Carolina, there's like 6 gay guys, and we would have a meeting every month and just kind of rotate. You all meet every Tuesday, and just YOLO over the salad bar, and then you pick a number, and you're like, oh, you're gonna date Lenny now. He has a wandering eye because it's lazy, but a really great personality. This is your boyfriend for 6 months. Deal with it. So when I moved here, it was like, oh, back home I was just like the gay guy, which worked, it was fine. But then here I was like, oh, everyone's gay. And so I'll read a book, or like do something. I don't know what else to do. Everyone's fucking gay. But so I didn't know my type from back home. But the fucked up part is too, actually, if you actually get into a relationship, it's like, okay, well, Facebook wants to know everything about you. It wants to know when you had your period, when you're running out of butter, when you're in a relationship, all this shit. So the biggest thing for me on Facebook is my mother being on Facebook, and I'll wrap it up with this, but it's she's on Facebook, which is terrifying. She's 66, Southern, and just that's all I gotta say. And so I did this thing that I went to a Lady Gaga concert a few months ago, and it was free. Gotta make sure that's clear. And I made a joke about Lady Gaga being a drag queen. I was like, I updated my status. I was like, Lady Gaga's tuck is flawless. Which, a tuck, if you're not familiar, means things go away. They go up somewhere. My mother messaged me on Facebook and she was like, what's a tuck? Is a tuck a vagina? And so you never want to see your mom's name. And the word vagina right next to it. And I tried to explain to her, I was like, no, it's like a drag queen reference, like whatever, YOLO. And so the next day, she updated her status. She was like, Oprah's tuck is flawless. Thank you.
Williams.